The real estate market is changing fast every day, and you gotta stay on top of it. Today, we're gonna go through some market stats and how this is good or bad if you're a buyer and or a seller. Hey guys, my name is Trent. I'm the team lead here at the Barger team, the Keller Williams Community Partners. Today we're going to break down some stats I pulled from our local multiple listing service, MLS, to give you some better information about what is going on in the real estate market. So if you're a buyer, you can make the right and best decision for you, negotiate the best price. And if you're a seller, what you're going to look out for and see what's going on in the market. I do have some stats and data, but also have some anecdotal evidence for you to take into consideration to help you make the best decision for you. All right, so real estate has been the hottest topic for the last 3 to 4 years in the news cycle, and it's getting a lot of press with commissions, with increased pricing, affordability, which is the biggest metric, and I've talked about that before. But I want to go through some numbers specifically in the Dayton market from January till May and kind of give you updates about what's going on and the trend that we're starting to see. The last big uptick in sales we saw was around February, March, when we saw the rates drop a little bit, and they started coming right back up. And we started to see what I'm calling stagflation in the real estate market, where we don't have a ton of houses for sale. Right now, I just pulled the stats today, July 3rd, and we're sitting just over 1,500 homes. We've been hovering around 1,500 single-family homes for sale in the Dayton market for the last month or so. Right, about 6 months ago, a year ago, we were around 1,200. Now we're at 1,500. But I got some interesting stats that will kind of show you what is actually going on. Buyer pools have been really limited. We know the rates are up in the 7s, and luckily they've kind of been staying there, which I think is a good thing. But what we did not expect is a slowdown in the sales market. A lot of the homes that what I've noticed have slowed down are the ones that are not fixed up completely, or they're in really good shape, but they just haven't had the updates the other ones have. What I've noticed, if you've had a house that has been completely updated, rehabbed in a good way, you're selling it fast, you're getting multiple offers, you're getting your asking price. If you have the similar house, but say it's dated by 10 years or so, kind of lived in a little bit, but not bad, you're not seeing as much action. That's taking a couple weeks to go under contract because buyers are really pulling back and they're saying, hey, here's this house. We're already paying about double what we would have a year or two ago if we would have bought it. So when we're telling you should buy now, you should have bought now. But they're paying way more. You have inflation that's involved in it, high interest rate, and the high home prices. So buyers are no longer shopping for, hey, I'm approved the $300,000, $400,000. They're shopping more of, hey, I have $1,800 to spend for my house to stay comfortable and not put a lot of stress on myself. What does that get me? So you're seeing a lot of buyers when they go in and like, hey, if I got to do floors and paint and cabinets, that's 20, 30 grand I don't have with my down payment, my monthly mortgage. I don't really feel confident right now with what's going on in the market. So I'm going to keep that money. I'm going to try and find something else. They'd rather finance that $30,000 and pay extra $30,000, $40,000 for a house that has all that done than to take $30,000 out of their own pocket that they may or may not have and put it into the house. So 2 notes there. If you're a buyer and that's what you want, a completely rehab finished house, if it's priced right, you're going to have multiple offers, going to be competitive. You're not going to get anything from the seller. If you're a seller and you have that rehab house, don't go for what we call aspirational pricing. If something's sold in a neighborhood similar to yours that's already done for $310, don't go for $320. Go for $310, $315, and you will sell it. If you go too high, you're going to have to drop that price. And again, if you're the seller and your house isn't rehabbed or fixed up, you might see your homes in the neighborhood selling for $310, but you're probably going to be at $300, $290. The buyers have to see a reason to come put an offer on your house, and they have to see enough value. We're going back like 5, 6 years ago in the real estate market where you had to underprice it compared to the market to get buyers in there and see value in your home. We're seeing that come back from my point of view right now. And to tie that into what I'm kind of talking about is our continuous days on market. Okay, so this was pulled from January to May, over 70,000 listings. And this is what we have noticed over the last, well, this is from January, May, from 2014 till now. Now, back in 2014, homes were on the market continuously for 137 days. That means they went active until they closed, right? I'm not looking at when they went pending or anything like that, but from active to close, in 2014, they're averaging 137. That's the highest. Now, the lowest days on market we saw was back, of course, during the COVID times. In 2020, it was 73 days. In 2021, it was 61. In 2022, just a few years ago, it was 60 days, okay? Meaning they went on market, and then they probably went under contract 30 days in and then closed 30 days. So 60 days, it's a 2-month time frame, very fast. What they consider a healthy real estate market is having the inventory up to 5 or 6 months, meaning, hey, if no more houses get added, it takes 6 months to sell these houses. So imagine if you're a seller right now, you put your house on the market and it took you 5 months to sell, I would bet you'd be having a heart attack because no one's seen that in quite a while. But here's the uptick we're seeing. In 2023, The continuous days on market went to 63. And so far for 2024, we're at 69. We're back to 2020 metrics, and we're getting back into 2017, 18, right before COVID. Still a really good time to sell. So I'm not saying it's not a good time to sell. I'm not saying the real estate market is going to crash, because I don't see how it could. To be honest with you, there's not enough inventory, not enough supply. The buyers are just sitting back a little bit. So days on market are going up. So it's kind of weird. We have limited inventory, but our days on market is going up, because I believe we have a lot less buyers out there, because they're sitting back and say, hey, I can rent a house right now and feel comfortable. I'm not pushing my payment. So that's what I'm going to do. I really think we're going to have a stagflation in this market. So if you're selling, be prepared for that, or have your house ready and put some money into it to really make it max out. Get those floors done, get the paint done, or you price it below market to get the action as well. So you had continuous days on market. And then if we look at the price points, you know, your entry home's 150 to 300, or anywhere from 70 to 85 days. But when you get a higher price point, 900 to million, you're looking at 127, 160 days. That market's been fluctuating between being the fastest to the slowest. I think we're back to slowing down on the high-end home market. So if you have a higher-end home, again, don't expect 30 showings in the first week. You may or may not get that, but just take a breath, let your agent do their job, which would be me, and give your home time to sell. And last but not least is list price per square foot. And this is the other, we're hitting a ceiling on how much homes can sell for with affordability. We talked about that before. Buyers can only afford so much. Home prices keep going up. Interest rates are going up. And inflation is like a tertiary thing, but inflation goes up, the cost of goods, then the buyers have to back out. We've seen the price per square foot from 2020 go from 98 to 138 in 2024. Okay, from 2014, it went from 64 to 138. It more than doubled price per square foot in 10 years. So if you owned a house this entire time, if you sell it, even if you get 10 grand less than what you wanted, you still crushed it, okay? You gained so much appreciation, it's almost insane right now, and that's part of our problem. A flat line of how much homes appreciate, or we had a flat line of how many buyers are on the market, or a flat line of how much they can afford to pay. There's an affordability crisis. And I heard this really good stat where it was like, if you want to be able to afford a home in today's market, this prices, the interest rates have to go back to 3%, and that's not happening. The prices have to drop 30%, that's not happening. Or a buyer's wage has to increase 50%, and that sure ain't happening. So what's the most likely solution? Most likely, we see home prices flatten out. They're still predicting a 4 or 6% appreciation, but most likely those are going to flatten out. We will probably see interest rates drop, but not till 2025, 2026. You start seeing mediocre price decreases on your interest rates. Just wages go up. We're seeing some more. Here's a complicated part too. As of now, job growth's kind of been flat. We haven't really seen more jobs added. The ones they were counting were part-time jobs. They don't really count for a full-time job. That said, you're getting the max for your home right now. Buyers are paying the max on interest rates and their price, and affordability is all-time low. So there has to be a correction somewhere within there. The interest rates, people's income have to increase, or home prices have to drop. Just to recap, a completely rehabbed house is more likely, if it's priced right, getting multiple offers, a lot of action. House that needs work, it's going to have to go slightly below what the market price should be to get that action. Hopefully we'll bring that price back up. And buyers, you really have to look at what you're buying in affordability. If you want a deal where sellers are going to offer concessions like closing costs or repair work, find a house that needs work, put in some sweat equity, build the equity, and get it that way. That's the best thing you can do in this market if you're able to do that. Again, my name is Trent. We would love any of your referrals, or if you're looking to buy or sell in the Dayton, Northern Cincinnati area, we would love to help you out. Shoot us a comment. You can email us, whatever's the easiest form to get a hold of us. We'd love to assist you with buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Hope you guys have a great day.